Hello, I'm Kelly Mantle. Hello, I'm Kelly Mantle. Hello, I'm Kelly Mantle. And this is the Kelly Mantle Show. Won't you come inside the Kelly Mantle Studio? Everything just moved to the left, to the left. Everything's in a box to the left. Do you know I never know where I am, but I always end up where I'm supposed to be? Isn't that philosophical of me? The other day, I was taking a stroll through Central Park at noon with my good Judy, Reese Witherspoon. We stumbled across a vendor who was selling quotes engraved on rocks. One of them read, "Philosophy is the talk on a cereal box. Religion is the smile on a dog." And I looked at Reese and said, "I'm not aware of too many things. I know what I know, if you know what I mean. So choke me in the shallow water before I get too deep." And Reese looked at me and said, "Why are you such a freak?" And then I vomited. Welcome to the Kelly Mantle Show. Won't you come inside the Kelly Mantle Studio? John Mark, what is this? Why am I being sent pictures of you naked on the floor of a doctor's office?
I passed out.
Typhoid? Fever?
Typhoid? What? No. I was getting my blood drawn, and unfortunately, the second someone mentions the word needle, my body just clocks out.
Please stop being so dramatic.
Needles scare me, Kelly.
Oh, grow up. You survived gay dating in Los Angeles, and God knows that has more pricks in it than a needle ever would.
Is it so wrong to believe that nothing good enters the body sharply?
You do have a point.
I mean, imagine how many more people would do a GLP-1 if it didn't involve stabbing yourself with a needle.
Oh, well, have you heard of Roe?
Versus Wade?
Almost, and yes, but no. Switch to voiceover. Roe offers the first FDA-approved GLP-1 pill for weight loss at the lowest cost around. That's one daily pill for fewer cravings and feeling fuller with an innovative new formula.
So no needle?
Nope. And after your first online visit, if you're eligible for treatment, you can expect to start your medication in less than a week if paying cash, or about 2 weeks if using insurance. If I needed a GLP-1, Roe would be my first stop. Go to ro.co/mantle to see if you're eligible for the new GLP-1 pill on Roe. That's ro.co/mantle to get started on Roe. Go to ro.co/safety for boxed warning and full safety information about GLP-1 medication. Today's guest is a workhorse queen, always encouraging us to follow our dreams. There's always time for kindness, unless we're talking about her looks. She might suffer from blindness. I'm kidding! And there's always time for a cocktail, or 2 or 3, and a breakdown if you want to get mad with MKD. Ladies and gentlemen, we're thrilled to have her here with us, Mrs. Kasha Davis.
I am so grateful to be here. I'm so glad somebody canceled.
Oh my God, it worked out perfect. She just happened to fly in this morning and someone canceled. Are you kidding me?
Oh my
we
gosh.
are so thrilled and honored to have you here with us. Thank you for joining us.
Honestly, when I have been just like tuning in and just seeing you do your thing, I'm like, there she is. It's happening. This is what's supposed to happen.
I love that.
So it's fantastic.
I love that. Thank you so much for saying that, because we're having a blast, even though we have no idea what we're doing. Trust me. So are you here for work, play, business, pleasure?
You know, it's a combo platter.
Okay.
My husband, my darling husband, just lost his mom. And it was a long journey in that process. And we were like, you know what? We need just some fun.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm seeing what you were doing. And I'm going to do some fun, but then I also want to do some work.
Yeah.
Because I'm a workhorse queen, as you said.
Yes, you are.
Yes. And I mean, I didn't call Morgan and do the whole underground tour. None of that's happening this
The
time.
underground tour.
Do you know what I mean? You're like here, there, everywhere.
Yes.
I said none of that. So we're going to do some, obviously, this with you, and then some time in Palm Springs, and just enjoy the sun.
Are you going to see Bianca when you're in Palm Springs?
I hope so. She's got her. I think she's got a show on Tuesday.
Oh, that's right. She's doing her
stand up.
I think it's her new show that she might be workshopping. Or
Testing out the Rolodex
testing out the
of jokes.
waters, honey. It's so. We both performed at Laurie Beachman before, and speaking of Bianca, I got to see Joan Rivers right before she passed work out new material at Laurie Beachman. In her 80s, and she's like working out new material, and she's Joan fucking Rich. Yes, had the cards, the whole thing. I mean, I was like, how is this happening to me?
Right.
It was so cool.
I got to see Joan Rivers in the Poconos somewhere with my ex-wife.
Yes.
Right? So we go to see, I'm like, we have to see Joan Rivers. She's like, okay, fine. So,
she had no idea.
She had no idea I was gay. We were in a ballet company together. Not gay at all.
From ballet to Joan Rivers, and she had no clue.
No clue. I worked at a florist. This is all true.
That's hilarious.
But we saw Joan, and I was just incredible. And you can feel her energy at the Laurie Beachman.
Because it's so small.
Yes.
And that's why, and I got to meet her backstage. Chip was so nice to take me back there and meet her and everything. And oh my God, it was just, a dream come true. But every time I think of Bianca, I think of Joan Rivers. I just immediately go to Joan.
Yeah, she's passed the torch.
I thought you said she passed away too.
She passed too.
We could not get so lucky, honey. We were left with Bianca, and they took Joan. You see, this is what's happening. Now you opened for Bianca Del Rio on tour. What was that like touring with her?
Let me tell you.
Tell us the deep dark secrets of Bianca.
The deep dark secret. I mean, she is the kindest, craziest, most energetic, insane person. But
that's not what we want to hear. Isn't she though?
She really is.
I know. It's amazing.
I mean, she was definitely, she had her wine and she got herself going, and then she took something to go to sleep. I don't know what happened. She just was gone. She could pick me up. I'm not a small lady. She would pick me up and crack my back.
Yes.
I mean, she was just, but she's the one. I'm so grateful for her. She gave me the chance. I didn't get opportunities to go on any tours. Mm-hmm. And I heard from one of the tour groups, they said that they didn't want me to because I was sober, I'd be a downer. And I was like, that's bullshit. There are other sober queens.
What?
Yeah, it's fine.
No.
So, this was such an amazing opportunity, and to get to do that, it was great. And I think I like to see like Jinx and Bob and Bianca and everybody and yourself, like we're finding different avenues, stand up, it's Broadway, all this. I love it.
So is she very ritualistic? I get a feeling that she is has the same routine every show. Every night.
Everything's labeled.
Yeah.
And she a couple things she said. You're gonna get to know I don't spend a lot of money on clothes, and she just. She wears the same kind of jumper, and she buys 6 of them. And then every morning we're like, "Are you ready to go to Starbucks?" I'm like, "Yep." She goes, "Then when we go to Starbucks, we're gonna meet people, and that's where the gays are, and they're gonna come to the show, and we're gonna sell the last 5 tickets." So it was definitely. And then she's like, "We don't get a lot of food. We just got vegetables." And then she signs all of her,
Your impersonation of Bianca Del Rio is fucking hilarious.
But
you're going to do that, we're going to do that.
Yeah. And then she's like, "You're like me. You're pacing back and forth. You're pacing back and forth. You're going to get out there and you're going to kill it. Get out there and kill it." Then she's like, "That was terrible." I'm like, oh my God.
Well, speaking of workhorse queen, I want to tell you, if you have not seen the documentary, it is so good, Mrs. Kasha Davis.
You are so kind. I'll tell you what. I'm sure you get messages where people say they want to do an interview, and I thought this was a student at a school who wanted to do some sort of project,
right?
And she said her name is Angela Washko, so she came to Rochester and she made this presentation, and she really challenged me to just show yourself.
Yeah.
And I'm so grateful for the push that she did with that, because it's hard for me to watch. It's hard for my husband to watch. It's hard for all of us to watch because it's very vulnerable.
It's a tearjerker.
Yeah.
I mean, there were several times where I teared up, even watching it the second time. And of course, it's hilarious in parts because it's Mr. and Mrs.
Right.
Kasha Davis. But it's not only so moving and tear-jerking in parts, but it's also so real. Especially there at the end, you're like, I had this gig and 12 people showed up and this is what happened. Yeah, it was like so real and raw. And I absolutely love it. So if you have not seen this, go check it out because it's amazing. And it's called Workhorse Queen.
Thank you.
And who coined that for you? It was Isaac Mizrahi, wasn't
Yes.
it? That's so funny.
Well, it was a bit of a read.
Right. He was trying to
because
read
he
you,
was
but you turned it
basically-
into,
And that's what Angela, it was her idea. She said, I think we should call it Workhorse Queen because, you are. And that's, I grew up in Scranton, Pennsylvania. It was an old
The Office.
The Office. It's everything you can imagine. We were decades behind.
Right.
And the whole idea was just that, you go to work. You go to work. Right. And so I had a whole career before drag, and I knew that this was going to be something, especially after being eliminated early on RuPaul's Drag Race. Nobody's going to tell me I'm not going to make it.
Right.
I'm going to do the work.
Exactly.
And it's going to happen when it's going to happen, but I'm going to put in the work, and people are going to know my name.
Yes. Absolutely.
And I'm
you've done
preaching to
that.
the choir.
Yeah, well, honey, listen, you say you went home early. At least you got 4 or 5 episodes, and I got 1.
Right.
So going back to your mom, she's the one who inspired Mrs. Kasha Davis.
My mom and my grandmother.
Yes.
My grandmother was a whistler in the vaudeville days.
Is that not amazing?
I mean, she had a hair salon, and she would tell me that she was a performer. And I was like, "What did you do?" And she said, "I used to whistle." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" I didn't know what vaudeville was, as a child. And she would explain it to me, and she would tell me and show me these photos of these gorgeous gowns. And she's at a microphone, and she would host these vaudeville shows and whistle. And to all different popular music. And she even auditioned for the Indian Love Call. And I think that was a movie, if I'm saying it correctly. But she wasn't cast. And she got out of the whole business because, creepy story, she was taking my mom and my uncle in the car to the gigs, and they saw an accident where someone was decapitated. And it was this horrific accident. And she's like, I can't do this. So she got out of it and she went into hair.
So she stopped whistling.
She stopped whistling.
She saw that decapitation, honey, and she stopped whistling.
That was it.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. So these are Italian divas, these gorgeous ladies who knew the score. They knew that little Eddie, I was called a fairy, all of that stuff, and told to be more masculine. And so they knew, and they treated me well, and I was such a mama's boy. So I'm keeping my mom alive with Mrs. Kasha Davis and my grandmother.
That. And your grandmother. Did she ever whistle for you?
We would catch her on the porch.
Really?
And we would hide. So we had a ranch house, and we would catch her through the windows, and we'd hear her. And it was absolutely beautiful. So, of course, my brother, who's the funniest person ever, will take photos and have the photo on a video and be like, "Grandma's here."
I was going to say, did it get passed down? Grandma's here.
None of us could whistle.
No.
No.
So can you yodel?
No.
Yodel-lady, yodel-lady, yodel-lady-hoo.
I can do the woo. That's about it.
I love that. And who is that from?
That is Joanne Worley.
Joanne Worley, honey.
Yes. We love our old divas.
Laughing.
Yes. Come on.
I just got to hang out with Lily Tomlin, speaking of laughing. Honey.
Of course you did.
My man and I were just hanging out with Lily. No big deal. So I love this, though. Your mom, Ellen, worked for Avon.
She did.
She was an Avon lady.
She was an Avon lady door to door.
Door to door. For the kids who don't know, can you imagine strangers showing up at your door, ringing the doorbell, and selling you makeup? Mm-hmm. This happened.
And I mean, my mother and grandmother, they were to the nines, dressed essentially in drag on a daily basis. And they would go she would go door to door. And then she got so good at it that she became a district sales manager. So she had this whole region in Pennsylvania. Wow. And I remember taking her one time to New York City because she had to go meet with people at Avon Products in New York City, and she had to be, and they wanted her to come to New York, but my dad was like, "No, U.S. Marshal, you stay home, you cook dinner,
You'd be Stepford wife.
Yeah, this does not work. You can sell Avon until 4:30, and when I come home at 5, it's time to be the wife.
Put the lipstick away and make me dinner."
Oh my gosh, those they had little lipstick samples that I would hide, and I would put the lipstick on.
I didn't even think of that. I bet you were in heaven when the Avon would come.
And I would tie up like the towel on the top of my head, and I would be. And my mother's like, "What are you doing in there?" And I'm like, but
just being a girl,
right?
I know. I would always use a beach towel and have it long ways and pretend like I was Crystal Gale with the long hair down to my ankles.
And Diana Ross.
I'm
Coming Out was the first lip sync I did.
Was it really?
So my brother, this is my brother and I shared a bedroom. One side of the room was all Tina Turner posters and Diana Ross and all these divas. And we had the bunk bed that was like one way and then this way. And so there was a closet. So I had my 45 record, which
you were literally in the closet.
I was literally in a closet, and I had the towel and the red lipstick, and my poor brother's sitting there with a crucifix.
Oh my God.
Scared, like what's happening? And I'm coming up.
I want the world to know. Why you do this to me, Damien?
Yeah.
Do you remember Mary Kay Cosmetics?
Of course. They had the pink Cadillac.
Honey, they had the pink Cadillacs. If they sold enough, they got a pink car. Do you know that I saw Mary Kay's house down in Dallas, Texas?
Oh.
Huge pink mansion.
I mean,
down in Dallas, Texas, Mary Kay Cosmetics. She was probably a horrible person if we really look
I'm sure
back.
they were. Yeah, and I still use the underarm deodorant from.
Shut up!
From
you
Avon.
do not.
Yeah, on duty.
What's
it's
it called?
On duty.
On duty.
Yeah, like you're on duty. Like
that's very burly.
No,
this'll keep you smelling good for your husband. On duty.
You're on duty. No, yeah. Well, Mrs. Kasha Davis is, definitely a masculine lady.
And then you just mentioned that your father was a U.S. Marshal.
Yes, he was.
Now, let me get this right. So one of his jobs was to protect the guy who tried to assassinate Ronald Reagan?
Correct.
Hinckley.
He, so my dad was the epitome of masculinity. I mean, just tough, manly, cigarette out on the dinner table, like in the dish,
That's hot.
And just, and my mother was just over the top, feminine.
Right.
And so they had a tough relationship.
It's like a Lana Del Rey song.
Yeah, right. 5 kids, a lot of excitement in the house, but lots of tension. And he was just a toughie. And so he would just disappear some nights and come in and be like, I've got to go. And he would have to go to these top secret, where he'd be guarding people. And he was in guarding Hinckley, and something happened where he maybe wasn't doing such a great job because he tried to hang himself, and my dad cut him down from the sheet.
Your dad was the one that cut him down?
Yes.
If you Google this, because I remember when this happened, and he was doing it. The guy tried to assassinate Reagan because he was trying to get the attention of Jodie Foster. Do you remember that, Ani? Ani's over here shaking her head. And that's why he tried to assassinate him, because she was going to Harvard at the time or something, or one of the Ivy League schools, and he was trying to get the attention of Jodie.
Right.
You sitting here trying to assassinate the president. She don't even into men. Honey, you barking up the wrong tree, honey.
Well, you really got to get the attention.
You got married right out of high school?
Oh, my gosh. We met in 11th grade, and she was at a different school. And, I just felt like I had to, in order to please my father, I had to find the first girl who would say yes. Do you know what I mean? And I was asking all these girls in high school, and if any of them were watching this, so many of them, we still stay in touch. They'll come to see my shows. They're like, do you remember when you asked me out? I said, I asked all of you out. And it was the note. And they'd circle yes or no. And
were they all
circled
ballerinas?
No. They were, no. There was, So she was from a different school, and she was also another friend of mine. They were both friends as well. And so we started to date, and it just, high school sweethearts. And I came out to her, and she said, "You're just very European. We'll deal with it." So
you're very European.
I was like, does that mean bisexual? Like I was trying to come out, and it just, so on my wedding day though, I cried the whole day, and everyone was like, oh, it's so beautiful. You love her so much. I was devastated because I knew I just wasn't being true to myself.
Right.
And this was building up all kinds of anxiety.
Wow.
And, yeah.
That is heavy. So you were with her for 10 years.
We were together for 10 years, yeah. And then when I came out, that really just ended, and the line was drawn in the sand. My mom was like dramatic and crying, and what did I do to deserve this? And my dad spit in my face and said, get out. I stayed in Rochester, and I learned what a community was, what a family was. The club scene was Darien Lake and Ambrosia Salad and Pandora Box, as you know, and so
the
originals,
bitter old lady brigade, honey.
Oh yeah, with Queen Bitter, Aggie Doon, and so they were all there, and I was just learning this new community, right. And it was the first time I saw same-sex couples holding hands, and so it was the beginning of that, but it was also the beginning of excessive drinking, and this summer, knock on wood, one day at a time, I'll be 11 years sober.
Well, good for you, because I know that. From watching, and hearing you talk about it and watching the documentary, I know it was definitely something that was necessary.
It was necessary
for your relationship and your life and your career. So I always say we just had Eureka on, and if you haven't seen the episode with Eureka, go watch it because she talks about her, recovery that she's going through right now.
Yes.
And so there's definitely when a person knows. They know,
and and I like to talk about it because it's not necessarily the idea that I'm encouraging people, you should get sober.
Oh, no.
It's the idea that if you think there's no life without drugs or alcohol, you're wrong. There is.
No, we hung out at a gig we did together with Tammy Brown, honey, and Mrs. Kasha Davis knows that Tammy and I throw them down, honey.
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't mind. I'm just not going to do it with you.
We were in P-Town. We saw Miss Richfield 1981. And you know Miss Richfield 1981.
We do know Miss Richfield 1981. She's brought up a lot here on the Kelly Mantle Show.
Okay.
Because she has a cease and desist against Tammy Brown.
Oh, well, there's that. Okay, I didn't know about
It's one of my favorite things to say.
I mean,
I'm probably going to be getting one from her very soon because we always bring it up.
She probably should have one with me too because when I saw her, I just was like the first song I did was one of her songs that she did. So I kind of like I was inspired by her, but I loved that she was singing live, that she's inspiring, and she didn't look so great. So I was like, oh, I could do that. Because Pandora and Darien and all the gals, they were being so sexy. And I was like, I don't know how to project that.
They were being sexy.
Like when I went to go see their show, and their drag show, they were so beautiful and sexy and glamorous. And I was like, I never saw that level of camp in Rochester. Right. So when I saw Miss Richfield, I was like, oh, that's my pocket. That's I could be Mrs. Garrett. You know what I'm saying?
I was getting ready to say, you're so Mrs. Garrett. Right. You're so Mrs. Garrett.
Oh my gosh.
Have you ever done Facts of Life?
I need to do Facts of Life.
You need to do Facts of Life. I did a horrible production of it years ago here in West Hollywood. It was terrible. Oh my God, one of the worst experiences I've ever had.
I'm sorry.
I wanted to play Joe because I'm such a lesbian, but they made me play Blair. But you are Mrs. Garrett.
I mean, let's do it. I thought Peaches was about to do it. I saw her last night in Rochester with Mink Stoll.
Oh, you did?
They did their talk back with the John Waters films, and right pre-COVID, we were back and forth talking about it.
Oh my God!
So it's gonna happen.
We have to see Mrs. Kasha Davis.
So that was the whole idea: is that that Miss Richfield inspired me, and Mr. Davison on the way home, we talked about it, and I said, first pet, first street, Kasha Davis, angry white poodle, boring basic street in Scranton, Pennsylvania. And you take care of the money, and I'll get on the stage. Wham! Let's do it.
You all immediately jumped into making videos and doing sketch comedy and stuff, before YouTube was even blowing up, right?
We have a ridiculous amount of videos on YouTube, and we're planning a show together, an evening with the Davises, and we're going to pull up some of these things. I mean, they're just we did everything from cooking recipes to just mowing the lawn. I mean, everything around suburban life, basically. Yeah.
So good. And that's where the phrase, there's always time for a cocktail came from.
Yes.
Because you were playing the housewife that's doing the cooking show, and
she could never make it to the end of the recipe. She gets hammered.
I love that. And I think that's what's so interesting, because your exit line, you get to the back of the stage, you turn around and you say, there's always time for a cocktail. And it's in the documentary, it's so beautiful because you go walking up the stage and this really sad music sets in. And it's so like haunting that was your exit line.
Right.
And you went right into, because you were busy. And then when things started slowing down, the drinking got more and more and more.
It escalated.
Yeah.
And it was drinking morning, noon, and night. And I know that my drinking is a thinking disease, and I drank to stop the anxiety, to calm down. And I was seeing, my peers from that season doing so well, getting more work, and the phone wasn't ringing.
Wow.
And I just left this career of 18 years. Mr. Davis was being very supportive, but I left it. And I'm thinking, I'm not being supportive. I'm not being a supportive husband. And we have, he has 2 beautiful daughters, and I'm not contributing to the family. And what am I doing? And I was face down on the floor, and I heard my mother's voice. She had passed previously, and I just heard her say, "You have got to stop drinking."
Wow.
And I was screamed at the mirror and said, "Shut up." I carried on for a little while longer, and I had been on a series of gigs, and I was visiting my sisters, and I was saying goodbye to each one of them because I thought, I think I'm dying.
Really?
I thought I was because I was drinking so much and hiding it, and I was just losing myself. And I was coming back home for a brunch gig, and I didn't make it the evening before in time, and I was my 3rd DUI. I was swerving from children at noon in my neighborhood.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And it was...
Wait, but I knew that happened, but it was your 3rd one.
It was my 3rd one. The first one was when I got divorced from my ex-wife. The second one, when my closest friend, that family that I created from the gay bars, he was tragically hurt in an accident and rendered quadriplegic, and my husband and I took on the responsibility of taking care of him. Workhorse queen, we can do it, because his father said, that's what happens to gay people. I'm not going to help you. And so that was my 2nd DUI. And, excuses. It was because of the divorce. It was because of Sam. And then the 3rd time in the morning, Steve came up to me and showed me the paperwork and said, "You realize you were swerving from children." That's when I just asked whatever there is in the universe, spirit guides, whatever you believe, help me. And that began the process. And it's just a whole new life. I get to do so many great things. I get to be present here with you.
Yes,
I get
absolutely.
to speak at colleges. I get to share my experience. And I hope to motivate people to not only follow their dreams and be themselves, but know that if they themselves or other people have those struggles, that they can get through it.
Absolutely. I mean, I love that. Kudos to you.
Well,
I mean, you've really come out of the storm, and you're so on top, and I love to see that, and I love to hear that. John Mark, be honest. When you first heard about GLP-1s, what did you think?
I thought it was a trend, like juice cleanses or shake weights.
Remember when you discovered hiking? That didn't last long. Switch to voiceover. GLP-1s aren't some gimmick. They're actually a real healthcare tool. People are seeing better energy, better labs, feeling more in control.
Yeah, and now with Ro, it's not even this complicated, intimidating process. They've got the pill now.
A pill. Simple, discreet. Unlike John Mark trying to parallel park with a full audience.
That happened once.
Ro offers the lowest cost GLP-1s, whether you're using insurance or paying cash.
After your first online visit, if you're eligible for treatment, you can expect to start your medication in less than a week if paying cash, or about 2 weeks if using insurance.
If I needed a GLP-1, Ro would be my first stop. Go to ro.co/mantle to see if you're eligible for the new GLP-1 pill on Ro. That's ro.co/mantle to get started on Ro. Go to ro.co/safety for boxed warning and full safety information about GLP-1 medications. The Transvestigation Unit at the Kelly Mantle Show wants to know, Is it true that you accidentally tweeted out your phone number?
I certainly did. So several Chardonnays in. I am not good with technology.
No, we're both tech savvy, honey. It's a miracle that we're both here.
Yeah,
we have our Mr. Davises getting us around.
Somebody asked me a question, and I thought I was sending them a message, and I just tweeted my phone number. Well, it was during season 7, when it was airing, and so I started getting all these phone calls. I'm talking to Mrs. Kasha Davis, so we filmed it.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
But it was kind of then that you realized I have an impact on people. I can talk with these people and help them and talk to them and
Yes.
offer guidance. Wasn't that kind of at the same time you were getting sober?
It was the beginning of the
that
sobriety.
journey.
Yeah.
I love that. It's kind of like, and then you went on All Stars 8.
Oh,
Honey, let's talk about the talent show. None of us were expecting Mrs. Kasha Davis to come out and say, there's always time for a breakdown. I just showed the video to James for the first time. He was screaming in the car. He was like, what? And you just rip your wig off in the combat boots. I fucking lived.
Thank you. I
was
just
so
was
good.
try to do something unexpected. And also, it still holds true today, unfortunately.
Yes.
And it's this cycle that we go through,
Yes.
right, of the hate.
The hate.
And it's, I'm teaching a class for the 3rd semester at a college in Rochester on drag theory, culture, and performance.
Good.
And in my study, in my learning, to make sure I know what I'm talking about, this is the same story over and over. When the hell are we going to, wake up?
Looking at it now and where we are with the Epstein files, it's kind of obvious to me that they saw this coming from a long time ago. This is going to see the light of day sometime soon. So let's start projecting all of this onto drag queens and trans people and saying that they're the groomers, they're the child groomers, they're the ones that are pedophiles and stuff. And so we clearly see now that's not the case. There's not one drag queen or trans person that we're aware of that are in the Epstein files. So shut the fuck up.
Thank you.
I'm sick of it. So I love that you are out there educating the children and their parents and the world at large through your imagination station and your drag story reading hours and all the things, because I would have loved as a child to have had some representation to know. My first representation wasn't till Boy George.
Right.
And that was much later in my life. I would have loved to have been young to see someone like Kasha Davis reading to me or teaching me something.
And for us, yes, we found it, right? But what I have discovered in Imagination Station, there's no money to be made. It's all about the messaging and the parents that come up to me afterwards in tears and say, thank you for showing me that my child has a community. That's the payment.
Exactly.
That's the light. Because if my father had that, we would have been able to say, I love you sooner.
Yes.
It didn't happen until he was on his way out. One of the reasons why I drank was I was afraid to die because I wasn't done yet.
Yeah.
And so I realized I wasn't afraid of dying. I wasn't living. And so I was upset with myself. I'm like, I have things to do in this life. There are things that I would like to accomplish. There are places I need to see. There are experiences I want to have. But I feel as though this soul, I'm here to share my experience, strength, and hope, to share my flaws, to share all of that. And I wasn't doing it. I was just staying stuck.
Right.
And then that flipped the switch.
Yeah.
And I have less fear about death and more excitement about living now because I'm able to check off some of these things and do some of these things.
Exactly. And it gets you outside of your body to where you're thinking about other people and how you can help other people.
Yes. The best way is to reach out to somebody else. Ask how they're doing.
Exactly.
Talk to a friend. Go online, even if it's somebody that you're not in the same city, whatever. But do something for somebody else, and you will feel better.
Yes, I love that. Hallelujah, honey. So were you inspired by Pee-wee and Mr. Rogers and all of the above?
Mr. Rogers was my Xanax as a kid.
Was he really?
I mean, he would just talk so quiet at him because there was no quiet in our house.
No.
And I was like,
that's so true. He is very quiet.
He would be quiet and we'd all sit and listen.
It's like ASMR for children.
Yes, I think it was. And he was brilliant. And I'll tell you, I mean, Angela with Imagination Station, she helped me to go forward with Imagination Station, the director of Workhorse Queen. She's from Pittsburgh. Mr. Rogers' Pittsburgh, I got to, see some of the monuments and stuff, and I could just feel his energy.
I love that. Do you remember Electric Company?
Yes.
Hey, you guys.
Right. Isn't that, no, that's not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
No, that
12.
was
that's
Connection.
oh, okay.
What was that called? 3, 2, 1 Connect or something? And remember Captain Kangaroo?
Oh, Mr. Kangaroo.
Was he homophobic?
I think a little bit.
Shut up. Well, we talked about Mrs. Garrett in Facts of Life. I also would love to see you as Andorra.
And
Bewitched.
And Would Be a Dream. I mean, she's an inspiration. And she was one of my Snatch Game characters in my audition videos.
Oh, was she?
Yes.
In the audition video?
I mean, and so it was, Ethel Merman, Mrs. Garrett, and
Mrs. Roper from Three's Company.
Oh my gosh, Mrs. Roper.
Honey, you've got to do these, Kasha. You all could do it with your cast, with Aggie and all of y'all there in Rochester.
We could just do
You should be doing these.
This is
honey,
a
I'm going
parody
to come
show.
to Rochester and produce these.
Let's do it.
We'll make a buck, honey. I'll just sit backstage and sip on my little cocktail while you all go out there
collect
and
the money.
Collect the money, honey. Well, I would love to see you do more acting because we had Kasha Davis as a guest on The Browns. And if you haven't seen it, go check that out because she's hilarious in it. And you were also in Hurricane Bianca, too.
I was.
The accent.
I just kept texting. I'm like, is there a part for me? Is there a part for me? Is there a part for me?
They were like, Bianca's like, give her a goddamn part so she'll stop.
Leave me alone. Listen, I call it support, but it's also... you've got to speak up for yourself.
Honey,
I'll message Theron or different producers and be like, what do you got?
What do you
need
got?
me to walk by?
Show me what you got.
I heard you got a movie. You need a waitress? Do you know what I mean?
I know. Were you in the airport movie?
No.
Or the airplane movie?
I asked. They said, we're finished filming. I'm like, put me in the next one.
Are you serious?
No.
Girl. Well, speaking of, we like to play games here on the Kelly Mantle Show. And we're going to play a quick game of drag association with the one and only Mrs. Kasha Davis.
Games.
Jasmine Masters.
So I have to think of the first word that comes to mind?
First word that comes to mind. Or a thought, phrase.
Oh, rough. You got to watch out. You got to watch out for Jasmine Masters. You got to be on your toes for Jasmine Masters. You got to be ready. She's got a piece of paper over the top of her wine glass with a straw. I don't know why. Something's going to fall in there. You just got to be ready. And she's great. You're the best Patti LaBelle impersonator I've ever seen in my whole life.
There you go. That's how we play. I love that Jasmine Masters sounds exactly like Bianca Del Rio.
Yeah,
it's
the same,
amazing.
yeah. And my father.
Candy Muse.
What's with all the rough voices?
So basically, Bianca Del Rio, Jasmine Masters, and Candy Muse are the same person.
Oh my gosh. I have to tell you, she is just, she knows how to do that TV shit too. She just gets on there and she's like, blah, 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 blah. And then she's like, hi, Kasha, how are you? When it's not filming, I'm like, you're so sweet. And then she wears just a bra and a small wig, and man's like, she's fierce. I'm like, what? Like, if I ever did that, you know what I'm saying? Okay.
You should.
You
should
totally
imagine? Show up on an All Stars versus the World and let your entrance look just be a bra.
Like, I'm here. Max, first of all, Max is our dog's name, and I love him. He's the best. He's my soul pup. But
Your
Max,
dog is beautiful.
Max, the drag queen, is brilliant, and is so just. Everyone still wants her back.
Yeah.
You know, I want to see her come back.
I know.
I want to see her make some kind of.
Max? What is Max doing? Come back to the 5 and dime.
Yeah, she posts some kind of stories here and there, but you don't ever get to see her. So I'm like, just come back. I try to get her, but she doesn't respond to that.
I loved that moment of her sitting on the edge of the stage.
Yes, giving us a little Judy Garland.
I live for that shit. Are you kidding?
And then we went to a couple gigs, and they were like nightclub gigs, and she was like, I think I'm going to sing Judy. I'm like, well, you go, girl. But these kids don't know who the hell that is. Do you know when I do Liza, they think I'm Kris Jenner?
Are you serious?
I'm not even kidding.
I love it. Candy Ho.
I won that lip sync, okay?
Oh.
Now, listen. I want her to get back out and start doing it. She's starting to do more Instagram videos and stuff like that, and she looks fantastic. And
gorgeous.
I want to bring her to one of our shows as well.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, she's gorgeous.
Love that.
Gia Gunn.
Oh, what a bitch! I mean, she is the only one that's blocked me, as far as I know. As far as I know, but
well,
yeah, it was.
You're welcome.
Yeah, right. I mean, seriously.
Tempest du jour.
Oh, grandma, I love her. She's and she's the queen of too much. I credit her in helping me to do that season 8 like birthday outfit where it was all the stuff. She's too much. She's all of it, but she's my soul sister from Drag Race. I mean, it's always just like tender and kind.
The two of you. Yeah. I love when you all do the old Trixie and Katya.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Ridiculous.
I love it.
Violet Chachki.
Oh, what a waste.
I think Ginger said the same thing.
She said the same thing. I mean, now she seems to be having a career because of her sidekick. And sometimes you need that with Gutmick.
Oh.
I mean, when you bring somebody on, it helps you to become better. She was just not resonating. I mean, nobody was responding to her. And now the duo is working.
Oh.
And I think she brings out something in Violet that is more relatable to the audience now. So, yeah.
No. I love when she says that. No.
Yeah.
What do you think of this, Violet? No. Alexis Michelle.
Broadway. I mean,
Broadway, baby.
She's so fun. I mean, we definitely got much closer during All Stars 8.
You?
Yeah. And I announced that I was doing Edna and Hairspray, and then like a couple weeks later, she's so funny. She's like, "Oh, by the way, I'm going to be doing it 2 times before you."
I love that.
Modesty.
Yeah, just to let you know.
Just to let you know.
I love at DragCon, somehow Mrs. Kasha Davis always ends up right there next to Rue during the ribbon cutting ceremony. How do you do that every time?
I move myself right over there because who's everybody going to be looking at?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? They're going to be looking at Rue.
And that's why I noticed. As you can see.
Well, there's people on Reddit they're like, Kasha just pushes her way right over there. I'm like, I sure do.
You sure do,
and
honey.
And grab Mr. Davis. I'm like, get over here and stand next to me.
Exactly. And I love it. I love to see it. You're exercising. You're like exercising like
oh my gosh.
crazy. I am too. I love working out. It's my favorite thing in the whole world.
It is also part of my I have my spiritual program of what I do to keep myself sober.
Honey, Mrs. Kasha Davis is doing push-ups on stage now.
I do push-ups and then I put one leg up in the air, and I also try to find like the most fit guy because they've had a couple drinks, so they're gonna not do as
Right.
And so we'll do push-ups and the adrenaline while you're performing. You can even do more. But yeah, my dad used to push me to do a lot of working out, and it helped me. But I have a trainer now who's just darling. His name is Luciano. He's he's such a good guy.
Is he adjusting your lumbar spine?
Is he adjusting your C3s and C4s?
C4s, yeah.
You are a huge Tina Turner fan, honey.
Oh.
Yes, you are a huge Tina Turner fan.
I shook her hand.
Did you really?
I did.
No way.
You know what I said?
Was this before or after she died?
No, right before I got divorced from my ex-wife, I ran up and gave her flowers and I shook her hand. And I said, "You're the best."
You're the best. You did not say you're the best.
I'm not very good.
You're simply the best.
And she would just laugh at me.
Better than ours. Do you ever sing her live?
I do the slow version from Schitt's Creek. It's simply the best.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Give us a little bit of that.
It's not.
Come on.
So I do this when I'm singing about my husband. In my one-woman show, There's Always Time for a Cocktail. And I call you when I need you. My heart's on fire. Come to me, wild and wild. You come to me. Give me everything I need.
Oh, you're simply the best.
Simply the best.
I love that. Yeah. That is so beautiful. Well, I want to play a real quick. We did this with Tammy Brown because, as we know, Tammy Brown is also a Tina Turner aficionado as well.
Okay.
So we are going to play a quick game of Tina Turner trivia, and we're going to see who does better, Tamara Brown or Mrs. Kasha Davis.
Woo.
Woo. Here we go.
Okay.
Timer on. And go. What was Tina Turner's original name?
Anna Mae Bullock.
What was her first stage name before Tina Turner?
I don't know.
Little Ann.
Little Ann.
What song won her a Grammy for Record of the Year in 1985?
What's love got to do with it?
Very good. What film did she star in portraying Anti-Entity?
Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome.
Ooh, she knows her Tina, honey. What year was she inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for her work with Ike Turner?
The 2019.
No.
No.
She was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame with Ike Turner. There's also, Prince had a whole album named this. I was dreaming when I wrote this. I missed a bean. No.
1999.
Mhm.
Yes, thank you.
What year was she inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a solo artist?
So that's like closer to the end of her life. So that's like 2021?
Yes!
Okay, yeah.
Oh my gosh, she got it. That just is so exciting. What song did she perform at Live Aid with Phil Collins?
Phil Collins?
That's what Tamara said. Isn't this where Tamara went off? She didn't do no song with Phil Collins.
I don't know.
Proud Mary.
She did?
Uh-huh. What was the name of the album that launched her comeback in 1984?
Private Dancer.
Sing a little bit of it for us.
Well, the men come in these places, and the men are all the same. You don't look at their faces. Oh, wait. How about when she goes in the mirror and she goes, with the lipstick?
I'll be your private dancer, a dancer for money. Any old woman will do.
That's a word.
Those are words. Those are words coming out of my mouth, and Tina didn't write them. I wrote that song.
She wrote Nutbush City Limits.
Nutbush City Limits.
Church House, Gin House.
Church House, Gin House. Which song did she initially not want to record but became a huge hit?
Oh, definitely What's Love Got to Do with It?
Yes. And the last one, what was the name of the world tour that earned her a world record for largest paying audience for a solo performer?
It wasn't, would it be Wildest Dreams? No, it was the one before it. Was it Break Every Rule?
Yes!
Yes.
Kasha Davis won the Tina Turner trivia. She beat Tamara Brown.
Oh my gosh, I can't even believe I have to look for this Phil Collins
Tamara
duet.
Brown. We are being joined with another special guest with Mrs. Kasha Davis. Is Mr. Kasha Davis.
Hello.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely.
How long have you been together now?
It'll be 23 years next month.
23 years. And when I do my stand-up, I'm like, 23 years, 10 legal, 3 happy. And then he does that.
And then just, a little bit of it.
He's like, well.
Well, now, you were married to a woman as well.
I was, yes.
So this is so you all had that in common.
We do have that in common. Yeah.
Well, and so when we were first dating, things were going great. And he said, I have to talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, great. It's going to be the friend conversation. This is great, but I think we just be friends. And he said,
I have 2 kids.
Yeah.
2 daughters.
2 daughters.
And the
so
reason I
beautiful.
waited about a month to tell him I had 2 kids because so many people in the past, you'd say you had kids and they'd hit the road.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Well, now, I love this story about your daughters, Melissa and Melissa.
Oh my God, I say that all the time.
Melissa, do you really? I
Melissa.
love this story about your daughters. Melissa, there's always time for a cocktail. I'm actually not having a cocktail today. I love this story about your daughters, Melissa and Jessica, getting you tickets to see Shania Twain.
Yes.
And she brought you all on stage.
I was wearing this shirt.
You were wearing this shirt.
Oh, were you wearing that? That's right, you were.
Yeah.
I wore this shirt, I think, in All Stars 8 too. But here's the thing: we share clothes. He doesn't wear the Kasha stuff. But okay, so when we would take the girls back on Wednesdays and weekends,
Yeah. They were just young kids. I think they were 7 and 9 or 7 and 10. And I was into Shania Twain at the time, so we would just play that album to death, back and forth for the hour.
singing the whole time. And I was not somebody who was like, I didn't dislike Shania Twain.
Right.
I knew a couple songs, but I became I knew all of the songs now because they loved it so much. And they're singing, and it's like up, up, up the whole time. And it's like, in the back seat. And so we're all singing out way back and forth. And so they made the surprise for his birthday. And so I just said to myself, well, I'm just going to message her. So I messaged, and I think they might have hearted it or something. And all of a sudden, during the show,
she read the message and put our picture up.
Yeah.
So you didn't even know it was going to happen?
No, we had no idea.
And then they were at the edge of our row saying, come with us.
Come with us. Come with us.
They found us in this giant, auditorium.
I thought for sure this had all been planned
There was no
before.
plan.
Oh my gosh.
So then we got up on stage. Yeah, we got up on stage and we got to see her like up close, and she was just so darling and so sweet and just genuine,
adorable.
and that to me is true celebrity. Like,
Oh, it
you know,
really
the
is.
humility.
I mean, it was such a great moment. If you get a chance, go find it and watch it because it's so cool. How did the selfie turn out?
It was great.
It was good.
Yeah.
Did it turn out good? I was
good.
worried.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no, is it going to turn out?
Well, it was so much fun because on the way home, so this is Buffalo where we saw her, and Rochester's about an hour and a half away, and we're driving back home, and we stop at the rest stop, and people were like, oh my God.
The banana shirt guy.
Yeah, the banana sugar. We saw you on stage. And there like so many people.
It's the gays that
It's the
Shania
gays,
brought
yeah.
up on stage.
But
God
what a
damn
wonderful
it.
thing at a Shania Twain concert. You know,
Oh.
I'm sure you've got mixed bag of people, and they were cheering.
Yes, and they were cheering. It
Yeah.
was so much love in the room for you all, and I love that moment. Also, if you're in Puerto Vallarta anytime soon, I believe Scarlet Envy is doing a one-woman Shania Twain show.
Oh.
Did you know that?
I did not know that.
We just had her here on the podcast, and she announced that she will be doing a solo show as Shania Twain.
How fabulous.
Who knew? If you were ever asked to do another All Stars or Versus the World, would you do it?
I would absolutely say yes.
Really?
I would, and I think that it's such a beautiful thing to be able to have this opportunity to go. I mean, when you go, you kind of get that vibe. You said it earlier. You kind of know what's starting to happen. You feel like I might be here for this episode or these episodes, and I can see, who they've sort of gravitated towards. But I think it's a great thing that it's happening and that it's continued to grow the way it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
All around the world. So yes, I would do it. It's provided me the opportunity to travel around the world, provided me the opportunity to sit here with you today, and to break free of that 9-to-5 job that I made work.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the
This is your
opportunity
life.
to,
This is your life. I love it. Well, let's see Mrs. Kasha Davis back on an All Stars or a Versus the World. Please, World of
Something.
Wonder, make it happen. I would love to see that. And let everyone know where they can find you on the social medias. That will probably be your cue, won't
At
it?
Mrs. Kasha Davis.
Yeah, Instasnatch, Twatter, Faceplace,
Faceplace.
TikTok, and I'm on this new app called MyChart.
Oh, what's that?
Yeah,
that sounds
it's-
like medical records.
It
HIPAA
is.
compliant.
Yes,
trending high.
My numbers are trending high.
Hopefully not your blood pressure.
Oh, we're trying to keep it in check. Push-ups.
Well, everyone go follow Mr. and Mrs. Kasha Davis online and check out the documentary, Work Horse Queen. It's so good. It really is. I
Thank
know
you.
it's been around for a few years, but if you haven't seen it, go check it out. And thank you all so much for being here with us today in the Kelly Mantle Studio.
Thank you. And will you join us for a show if we invite you?
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
honey.
All right.
I'm going to come to Rochester when it's warm,
Yeah,
though.
it'll be warm.
Let me know
it'll
when
be
it's warm.
one of the
honey. She
casino-
like the warm weather.
One of the casino shows, so you can go down. Do you gamble?
Girl, I am a gambler.
You can go down, do a little gamble, go to the buffet.
I know when to hold them, and
Yeah.
I know when to fold them, and I know when to walk away, and I know
know
when
when
to
to
run. Thank you for joining us here on the Kelly Mantle Show with the one and only Mrs. Kasha Davis and Mr. Kasha Davis. And make sure that you subscribe, hit that subscribe button, and join the Patreon. We're going to have all kinds of fun things coming to you. And buy our merch. You can buy Kelly Mantle, the puzzle. Put the pieces of me together, and hopefully none of them will be missing. And tune in next week when our guest will be Tina Turner.